Welcome back to Reading Bear. Today, we will take a look at some new I Don't Work Here Lady stories. And if you enjoyed my content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and post some bear emojis in the comments. Let's go!
The first story is titled, Crazy Lady Calls Me Instead of the Police. This happened 2 years ago. My parents told me that most of those were people that tried calling the police. My parents told them, sorry, wrong number, this is the actual number. I didn't take those calls most of the time, but did I had the bad luck of taking this one. It was a lady, she sounded mid-40s and she was angry AF. She called the police just to report some sex workers. It went something like this. Lady Ugh. Hello, I lived street at building. There are some sex workers in the. Me Lady I. Lady, listen to me first. They are too noisy and they will traumatize my child. Me, lady, please. Lady, no, I am not finished yet. Think about my child. He's only 12. I really don't think he was that age. I don't want to see those sluts here in my building. I'm tired and my child is too. I want them gone by now. Me, can I talk now? Lady, yes, what's the problem? Aren't you supposed to be sending someone to take those sluts out by now? Why aren't you getting your job done? Me, I'm 15, lady. You called a house phone number, not the police. Lady, then why didn't you tell me? Me, you didn't even let me talk. Lady cuts the call. She called again, but my mum answered and told her the number. I told my mum if it was a lady that sounded mid-40s. She said yes and I told her the story. We had a good laugh. The next story is titled, Uber Doesn't Have Red Roof Car Sign. Heard a story on Storytime that reminded me of my own. I was a delivery driver for Pizza Hut. Big red car topper. Made a delivery to an apartment. Just after I got into my car, and was typing in the next location on GPS, my back door opens. I turn and look at this lady dumbfounded. Can I help you? Oh. Do you prefer I sit up front? No. I prefer you don't get in my car at all, huh? Aren't you my Uber? Lol. No. I work for Pizza Hut. Oh, I didn't know. Giant red topper and Pizza Hut uniform wasn't a clue. Oops. Sorry. Had a few more like that. People walking up to me about rides, etc. eye rolls. The next story is titled, I Don't Actually Work Here. This happened to my baby brother about a year ago. He was about 13-14 when this happened. Before I go any further, I must say my mother and brother are freaking hilarious. But my younger brother, about 19 at the time, used to work at Krispy Kreme. When he quit, he was able to keep the hat and apron. My baby brother's friend dared him to go into the Krispy Kreme and pretend to work there. My mother drove him there and everything. He almost didn't, but said to himself, with my mum there, don't be an idiot. And proceeded to put the hat and apron on. He walked right into the store and he was out on a damn register. I don't remember exactly what happened after he was put in the register, but I do know it ended in the manager realizing he didn't actually work there and escorted him out. He was told not to come back for a while and I nearly cried when I was told the story. The next story is titled, Does It Look Like I Work at the Vets? This happened just a few hours ago. I made an appointment for my cat today to get her first round of shots, and for her yearly exam. I made the appointment for later in the day in case I ran late with a shipment, and I did end up running late. In my rush, I completely left my mask in my work bag, and could not enter the vet's office. Thankfully they had curbside service and could still get my cat her shots. I call the vet, they take in my cat and tell me that it's going to a few minutes. Cool beans. In the meantime, I am deciding between a podcast or my audiobook. I go with my audiobook, The Queen's Vow. So far it's super good. Anyway, as I am turning on my audiobook, I get a rap tap on my window. I jump and turn to see this lady standing near my car. I only put my window down just a little bit, give myself and this lady, who was also not wearing a mask, some protection between us. Lady, excuse me, I need to board my dog here. I'll be back on the 15th. Me, okay, good for you. What does that have to do with the tea in China? Lady, I saw you drop off that, whatever it was. I need to drop off my dog. Me, I heard you the first time. Does it look like I work here? Just note, the vet staff wear scrubs. I was wearing a Journey t-shirt and leggings. Lady, I don't care if you're off. I saw Lexi, one of the staff, get that cage from the back of your car. Me, first off, that was my cat. She's getting her yearly. Also, I do not work here. I put up my window and turn on my audiobook. The lady bangs on my window, I ignore her. Eventually, she walks away. Okay, that's the end of that. Of course, that as we know it's never the end. About 20 minutes pass, the vet tech comes out with Kitty in the cage, complaining loudly as the tech is putting her in the car. The tech tells me she is perfectly healthy and did great for her shots. Then the same lady as before comes up to the vet tech, ranting and raving about how I won't come and get her dog. I heard the vet tech say, "Lexi, the vet tech, she's a client here ma'am. She and her pets have clients since 2011. Lady, I don't care. Someone has to take my dog. I'm leaving tonight." Lexi, okay. I'm going to go and check to see if you have a reservation for your dog. Lady, I am a loyal customer. I don't need a reservation. At this point, I look at Lexi to see if I can go, and my cat this point is letting out profanities in kitty language. Lexi just nods, and I carefully pull out of the parking lot. I don't know what happened after that, but I feel sorry for Lexi. But Kitty is doing well and is currently eating her dinner. The next story is titled, I'm literally in pajamas. I've had my fair share of confused for a worker encounters, but this one was particularly bewildering. I've been running DoorDash as means for extra income during the pandemic. Since I basically just work for myself and my encounter with customers is very slim, most just request you leave their order on their doorstep, I tend to go out in comfy clothing, usually sweatpants or pajama pants. I had gone out wearing my pink fleece Hello Kitty pajama pants, sandals and a Ghostbusters t-shirt. I pull up to this upscale Cheesecake Factory-esque type restaurant, red DoorDash bag in hand, and approach the hostess to pick up an order. As I'm speaking with her, 3 25 to 30 years old guys come up behind me. They definitely were there long enough to see me speaking to the hostess, whom was wearing an all-black uniform with her hair tied back nicely. As I'm walking back outside to wait for the order, one of the guys comes up to me and tries to place an order. I looked at him as confused as I possibly could through my face covering. I go, "Oh, I don't work here, I'm sorry," and after that he gave me an even more confused look and he goes, "Oh well, you guys had the same mask." I couldn't tell. I couldn't even tell if he was being facetious or not because we both just had a black face mask on. Anyways, got my food and was on my way. The next story is titled, Can I Just Sit Down Wherever? This just happened. It was a really nice encounter and the lady was extremely sorry for mistaking me. Anyway, the story started when me, my sister, and our grandfather went to a pizza place in Puyallup. We sat down and got our pizza, but they didn't have any pepperoni pizza out at the moment. I sat down waiting for a bit before my grandpa told me to come over. They had just brought some out. As I was walking over with my plate, a lady who had just entered said something to me. And I, nice lady, "Hey, can I just sit wherever?" Me, being nice, putting on a smile beneath my face covering, "I think you have to speak to them before taking a seat ma'am." And I, "Wait. What, oh you don't work here?" Me, "No, I don't." And I, "Sorry, I didn't realize, I'm so sorry." Me, "It's fine, thanks for being polite." And that was it. That was the end of the encounter. I figured I should post this because it was something wholesome and kinda nice, which isn't what you always see here. The next story is titled, Car in Front of Hotel Does Not Automatically Equals Uber. This was about 2 years ago in Seattle. I hurt my knee but my husband and I wanted to try a new restaurant. It didn't have a handicap entrance, but it had an entry from the attached hotel. The restaurant ended up being rather shite, and 2 hours later, my husband went to get the car to pick me up, a black Toyota Camry hybrid. He pulled into the covered drive-through area and texted me he was there. As I was exiting the door of the lobby, 4 guys probably in their early 20s opened each door of the car, front and back, and hopped in, 1 in the front, 3 in the back. My husband calmly looked at them in the rearview mirror and said, "Hi." Everyone just sat there for a minute, until one of the guys finally went, "Oh. This isn't an Uber?" My husband said, "Nope. I'm here to pick up my wife," and pointed to me standing just outside of the car, quizzically looking at the random people who had gotten in our car. You probably want to check the make and model of the Uber before you get in next time, my husband added. After a lot of blushing and stammering, they all got out, apologizing the whole time. I hobbled the rest of the way to the passenger seat and got in. Me, did they think you were an Uber? Husband, yep. Me, they should check the make and model before they get into a car. Husband, that's what I told them. So far that's the only time that's happened. The next story is titled, This Happened 2 weeks ago and I'm Still Laughing. I live in a small town, under 3,000 people live here, and I went to the local store. I'm 15 and fairly tall due to my dad being 205 centimeters tall. I see a group of 3 Karens forming in the middle of the way, and because of the virus and the location they were standing at, you had 2 choices, either ask if they could move or wait if they go away. Since I'm a fan of this Reddit, I thought that's gonna be the funniest moment of my life, so I asked if they could move a little so I can go trough. Karen 1 replied, "Where's your respect? You see older women talk to each other, don't interrupt us." I replied, "Okay, I'm sorry, but," and now the fun begins, "I need to refill the soda in the back." Karen 2 and 3 can't decide who wants to call the manager first and talk over each other so nobody understands anything. I then said if I could go now, I'm not getting paid to stand around and argue. Now all 3 Karens are in rage mode, literally shouting to get the manager right now. My mum is the manager and told me whenever I see people like this to get them in the worst spot ever, since they argue with the cashiers a lot too. My mum came running out of the office thinking it was an emergency and saw me smiling at her, and she knew exactly what was going on. Karen 1 said, "This employee is being unrespectful, rude and offensive." I said, "Boss, do I get paid for standing around when I just wanna do my work but can't?" Boss aka Mum said, "Why are you 3 women standing in a circle with maybe half a meter distance to each other?" Karen 1 again said, "That doesn't matter, your employee just ruined my and my girlfriend's day." Mum goes rage mode and tells them to get out of the store right now for not following the safety rules, being rude to an employee and the boss. The 3 Karens gasped for air, looking like they gonna explode, say it wasn't their fault and they are gonna sue us for our behavior. My mum then said our cameras records voice and visual evidence 24/7. "I'll get the police if you don't leave right now." They decide to leave, and as soon as they went past me I said, "I love you mum," and my mum said, "Did you find a place to start your first job?" And the speed of the 3 Karens turning around probably broke the sound barrier, but their faces were absolutely filled with anger. They went supersonic speed trying to get out of the store, hearing me and my mum bursting out in tears. That was the best thing that ever happened, lol. The next story is titled, Asked to do my job before I even worked there. So a few years ago, I applied for Kroger for a temporary job while I looked for better opportunities. Ironically, I got one as I was in the process of becoming a Kroger employee, so I had to leave Kroger, and I still feel bad because the manager was super chill. But this was before my application was even submitted. In fact, I was at customer service both requesting the manager to give my application to and to return an item I bought by mistake. The wonderfully polite customer service desk lady, we'll call her Maisha, had to leave the desk for quite some time to go get him as he wasn't answering his phone. I wouldn't be surprised if she was just ducking around either, but I really didn't care. Working retail is awful and you need a mental break sometimes. A woman so happened to step into line and was waiting behind me. She had a large stack of money, and I'm not sure what you do with said money at the customer service desk. Feel free to enlighten me. Maisha comes back and is happily helping me set up a meeting with the manager while also helping with the item return. We're waiting for Mr. Manager and she was giving me tips on communication and obviously giving me my options for the returned item. We were also keeping an eye out for Mr. Manager when lady behind me steps up to the desk and clears her throat loudly enough for us to look over. And with an attitude, asks, excuse me, but can either of you help me? She's staring at the both of us, but Maisha is wearing a uniform and I'm wearing nothing close to the uniform. Maisha explains that she's a bit busy at the moment as she was still trying to get a hold of Mr. Manager. Lady turns to me and says, "Well, what about you? You're not doing anything. Why can't you help me?" I'm shy and run on Internet Explorer, so I was still registering WTF she was talking about when Maisha says, "Sorry ma'am. I'm helping this customer and you will just have to wait your turn." Lady rolls her eyes, huffs, and says, "Forget this. I'm going somewhere else since y'all don't wanna do your job." To which Maisha responded, "Have a wonderful day, ma'am." All that money and she still couldn't afford an ounce of patience. To clarify though, Maisha is wearing standard Kroger help desk vest with name tag and dark pants, and I was wearing a pink, sleeveless, lace-rimmed top, with jeans, so no clue why she thought I could help. The next story is titled, I like tech, I helped someone else and I don't work here, lady. This happened to me on the other day while I was shopping, before quarantine stuff. I was at Kalunga, a known tech store here at Brazil, roaming through some of the keyboards. I needed one because my laptop's own keyboard stopped working partially, so I was unable to use it without an extra keyboard. In this day, I was wearing a black polo shirt, almost similar to the ones the workers use. While roaming through the keyboards, a nice guy came to ask if I knew which keyboard was the best. I said I didn't know and told him that perhaps one of the attendants could help him. He said thank you and went after one to ask them. I kept roaming through the keyboards to find one. And then comes Karen and her bratty kid of almost 9 years old or more. While I was roaming around, she stopped right next to me and I stopped moving. I got the feeling that someone was right next to me and answered her stare. Me, can I help you, ma'am? Karen, my son wants a gaming keyboard. Me, oh, they're right there. I pointed to the keyboards and the kid ran to grab one. He grabbed a Razer keyboard that seemed actually pretty cool. He showed it to his mum and to me. Considering that I like tech, I looked at the kid surprised. He probably chose it randomly, but he seemed to have good taste. Kid, hey mister, is this keyboard good? Me, as far as I know, it's a pretty good one. I never had one so I can't say it for sure. Karen, aren't you supposed to know this? How come you answer that you don't know? At that point, I've already got her deal and calmly told her. Me, sorry, but I don't know. Perhaps one of attendants can help you with this. Karen, I'm talking with one right now, idiot. Answer my son's question. Is this keyboard good or not? Me, I don't work here and the little information that I have is that Razer is a really good brand. Karen, I don't work here, my behind. You're wearing the same shirt as the other workers. Me, no, I don't. My shirt doesn't have the store's brand on it. Karen, that's BS. If you think I'm joking around, kid, you better get the answer straight. And give me a discount for your bad service. At this point, I started to lose my patience. She was being incredibly rude to me and making a scandal I didn't ask for. Me, look lady, tone down your voice. There's no need for a scandal. Karen, shut up, you damn kid. Who do you think you are? Where's your manager? Me, go call him yourself. I'm a customer, just like you. Karen, why you little? I'm going to fire you for preferential service. Me, preferential? How? Karen, you helped that other guy, I saw it. He asked you something and you answered it. Me, the same thing you asked and I gave him the same answer. Now leave me alone, I don't have time to deal with you. Suddenly, she starts screaming out of nowhere. Karen, manager. Where's the manager? I want this brat fired. The manager comes in. It seems he'd been watching the scene and got down to assess the situation and resolve it. Manager, what's happening over here? Karen, this brat isn't giving me the service I need and is bad-mouthing me. I want him fired. Fired. Manager. He doesn't work here. Karen, huh? What do you mean? Me, it means that I was right and you were wrong. The whole store was looking at the scene at this point. She didn't know what to do and was beet red with embarrassment and anger. Me, can I leave now, sir? Manager, yes. And I'm sorry for the trouble. Me, talking about sorry, perhaps you should say something to me too, miss. I was being snarky at that point. I wasn't going to let go of it before she apologized. Karen, sorry. Me, what? Repeat that, I couldn't hear you. Karen, arg. I'm sorry, okay? I was in the wrong, geez. Me, good. Oh, and kid? The kid looked at me and I threw my final card to end it. Me, the keyboard you're holding is cool. But that one is way better than this one. I pointed at another Razer keyboard. One way more expensive than the one he had. The kid smiled from ear to ear and picked it, being mesmerized with the box. I picked a simple MaxPrint keyboard and left them there. In no more than 3 seconds, the kid starts bawling. It seems Karen wasn't able to afford that keyboard and he insisted on it. The manager seemed to be trying to offer whatever discount he could for her to leave. As for me, I left smiling after paying for the keyboard. The next story is titled, May Want to Double Check Your Surroundings. I worked for this sub shop back in the day. Had to drive quite a ways for minimum wage, but that's a whole other story. Thankfully the owner opened up a store in my hometown, so no more far distance driving for far too little pay. The new store used to be a donut shop of the Dunkin' variety. When we first opened, lots of people would ask about the donut place and how long we'd been here instead, why they went out of business, etc. Well, months later, like we'd been open for a solid 6 months at this point, a lady walks in and comes right up to the counter and starts ordering her coffee and donuts and whatnot. Now this particular sub shop has a terrible rule where all employees must yell, "Welcome to sub shop," every single time a customer walks in. So, not only does the store look completely different now, but everyone loudly greeted her using the store name. And this lady was so oblivious she still tried ordering coffee, then demanded to know when we opened because she was just here a couple weeks ago. I told her we'd been open for half the year now. I got the vibe that she thought I was lying and just went around magically changing restaurants to my heart's desire to confuse people like her. She stormed out saying something about taking her business to Starbucks instead. Hopefully she got her coffee, cause she definitely seemed like she needed it. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and post some bear emojis in the comments.